beautiful out there right now. Glory there blowing in the wind off the lakefront. But Robb Ellis warns us changes are coming. Rob?
I think whoever was in charge of the mobile weather lab liked that I said probably not going to have storms as widely scattered at 5 and 6. They could go to the beach. Boy, that looked nice there, didn't it? We are still watching the radar, though, because later this evening, that chance will go up. Right now, it's just scattered storms, but you look back to the west, and this is really what we're going to be tracking carefully. Now, out ahead of this, it's possible that some of these that are going to pop could be on the stronger side, but I really think the better chance is going to be associated with that, where we're already seeing severe thunderstorm watches that are in place. That's the pink, but not for our area. And then we also have some severe thunderstorm warnings, and that's a new tornado warning that's now flashing west of Davenport there. I wanted to show you the wider view to show you what the overall trend is here. Stronger storms back to the west. An isolated tornado cannot be ruled out, and the Storm Prediction Center has put us under a slight risk for severe weather. Well, what does that mean? Well, any of the storms that do pop up are likely to contain some gusty winds, but will they reach severe criteria? That's over about 60 miles per hour. It's certainly possible. They're also pretty slow moving. We saw a couple of flash flood warnings on that larger map, and I think that flooding could be a concern. The tornado threat is not zero, as we already saw with the storms back to the west, but it's definitely on the lower side. So here's how it'll look on satellite and radar tracker. We'll see the scattered storms through this early evening. This is through about 7:30 or 8 o'clock. And then I think we'll see that larger line come through between 10 and midnight. I actually think it's going to come in a little faster than what our radar tracker is calling for, but I certainly wouldn't rule it out if it slows down a bit to produce some very heavy rain. And then we pretty much wrap this up by tomorrow morning. Although there will be a chance for storms tomorrow, just a lower threat. So here's a better timeline for you. Some scattered storms through this afternoon and early evening. Some isolated severe chances are possible there. Storms are likely later this evening and through about midnight or so. Severe is certainly possible with that. That's what we're seeing back to the west. And then we wrap this up overnight with a few storms. Then we expect a bit of a cool down. Takes us a couple of days to transition, near 90 for Friday and Saturday, but definitely a cool down Sunday and Monday before the heat kicks right back in into next week. So get through the storms tonight. We'll leave a chance in for tomorrow, mainly early. The weekend doesn't look so bad. We'll keep an eye on the radar for Saturday. It's still warm, but it's not going to be quite as humid. You will definitely notice the humidity come down. How can you tell? Look at the overnight low temperatures. That's a good check of where the humidity is going to be. If they're in the 60s, it's not so bad. After that, watch for the humidity and the heat to come back in middle of next week, or we're back in the 90s.